The magnificent elk, the wapiti. It's been called the ghost king of the high country and the most noble of deer.
We could see good length on the antlers. We knew it was a long beam.
That is a good bull. This is what we're here for. Let's go see what this guy looks like.
And we'll leave the mountains of Colorado for the rolling hills of North Texas, where hunting feral hogs is always a thrill. It could even be therapeutic. It's a journey into thin air and a thermal hunt in the dead of night on this Sporting Classics.
Some adventures are found at the crossroads of epic and unforgettable, and they're best enjoyed with a close friend, a companion who cherishes the sporting life just as much as you do. It's someone who knows the magic contained in the simple phrase, opening day, and who understands that the words hunter and conservationist are one and the same, for we've been giving back for generations. And sharing the outdoors with someone who celebrates the history, the art, and the romance of this way of life makes for a friendship to last the ages. One where the sound of a snickering horse, the crackling of a mountain campfire, the whiff of gunpowder will transport you to that same stirring part of the soul. Welcome to Sporting Classics. That old trusted friend who shares your love of adventure and reminds you of the greatest days of your life.
You see him, Chris?
I don't.
He's right over here to your right, just a little.
Oh, now I see him. Now I see him.
He's weak on these thirds.
Yeah. He's pretty bull, but he's got no idea we're here, though.
Nope.
Well, do you think we still have time to get a little further down? I mean, they're clearly moving.
Yep, let's go on down.
You know, at High Lonesome Ranch, this part of southwest Colorado, the trophy expectations down here typically are around 320, 330. And you get one of those, you got a real trophy. And of course, they'll take bigger ones, 350, 360, 370 class bulls. So when you're out here, I mean, it's a wide range of possibilities. So you know there's bigger bulls, you know there's gonna be opportunities, and especially on the first day, just wanted to pass. You see him now?
He's right in like 1 o'clock.
Okay.
In that little opening. See one just walked through there. That's a spike.
You know, you shoot a lesser bull the first day, he's never gonna get any bigger, and you're never gonna get a chance to shoot that 380 kind of class bull. You gotta be patient and work at it. You know, it doesn't come easy to kill the big ones. It just doesn't.
Living outside of Denver makes it easy to get to the action. You just saddle up in the Ram 1500 and it's a dealer's choice of world-class outdoor adventures awaiting you, all within a few hours' drive.
Colorado's got so much to offer. I think it's the greatest big game hunting state there is in America. Probably the finest hunting state in America. We have great waterfowl. We have great upland birds as well. So it's a place I've lived for almost 20 years now, and I love this state. And I love driving to other locations in Colorado, hop in the Ram. I came down here, it's 4 hours away to High Lonesome Ranch for me. Easy drive, stunningly beautiful drive. This time of year, it's just magical. This is why I live in Colorado, and I love it. I love just turning in, pulling into High Lonesome, and knowing this is gonna be a great adventure, and super excited about it, and what could be better?
The last time I hunted High Lonesome Ranch was with good friend in Negrini Cases, Steve Lamboy. Steve and I followed fresh tracks as we kicked up wild pheasants in a winter wonderland. And his Negrini Cases are the ideal choice for any traveling hunter.
Well, when you're thinking about buying a gun case, one of the most important considerations is, of course, protecting your gun no matter where you're taking it, whether it be on airlines or whatever. So having an ultralight gun case that's capable, through modern technology, to protect your weapon in any situation is really important to the sportsman.
Oh, we got a point. You ready? Stevie, you got him? Oh!
Get him, Chris. Nice shot.
Dog.
We've got about a foot of snow on the ground, and the wild birds here are just second to none.
Watch him, watch him, watch him!
Take him, Chris. Good Good shot.
Whew, right through the sun, man.
Nicely done.
Oh, Chief. Oh, there we go. Nice shot, man.
Great
pretty,
birds.
pretty. Doc's on it.
Great
Very
birds.
nice.
This year I was at High Lonesome Ranch with an elk tag in my pocket. And you aren't going to cover property the size of some national parks entirely on foot.
Jace, how many acres do you have on this ranch?
Well, there's approximately 30,000 deeded acres.
30,000. And how many elk do you take a year?
Well, we try to take 12 trophy bull elk, so
That's it, huh?
that's it. Yeah.
So you're not even scratching the surface out here, huh?
No. The ownership has always been big in conservation to make sure that this landscape is protected for the upcoming generations, and it's an incredible place. The deer and the elk, we don't overgraze anything. We try really hard to manage our cattle operations, so we're leaving enough forage for these elk and deer going through the winter. It's paid off dividends since I've been here. This place it's just absolutely amazing what it's all about.
It's just a stunning environment out here.
Yeah, it's a very, very special place.
We saw a handful of bulls, pretty nice bulls, but they didn't meet the ranch's standard, didn't meet Chris's standard, and we just kept looking, and I think that's kind of what made this hunt fun.
You see a spike?
Yeah, just a spike.
Well, look pretty in the sunlight, don't they?
They sure did, didn't they?
It's no coincidence that I chose to hang my hat in Colorado. With an estimated 280,000 elk, the state holds the largest wapiti population in all of North America. The call of the bugle still sends shivers down my spine. We're waiting for the sun to drop to start our nighttime hog hunt with Dakota Sowers of North Texas Outfitters and Kevin Reese with Pulsar. On our first night in Texas, Kevin showed me firsthand how the thermal imaging system works as he moved into range for a Texas boar.
That's how you do it?
Right. Feels good.
Well, that's a heck of a boar. He's a fighter, too.
What a great boar, man.
We're hunting at the Texas-Oklahoma border with North Texas Outfitters. And for me, this is usually whitetail country. But this time, we're playing a whole different game. This hunt has an agenda. Our mission is to get feral hogs on the ground, and we are coming in prepared with the right tools for the job.
Pulsar Thermal Imaging and Night Vision is a global company, and it is basically it's the premier brand of thermal imaging and night vision devices. We love to put stuff on the ground. They're also great devices for law enforcement and first responders. So we fill a big role in a lot of different spaces.
Using a heat signature to sight in, well, that was a new one for me. But the Winchester and the Pulsar, they're dialed in. One reason why hog hunting is so popular is that it's a chance to try different firearms and calibers. Whether it's a bolt action like my favorite Winchester Model 70, or you can go tactical, or even use an air rifle. The Umarex Gauntlet fires a .22 caliber round at over 900 feet per second, and you can down a feral hog with just one shot.
But he raised his head. When he raised his head, just like any other animal that might be alarmed, if that's the animal I want to take, and they make a move like that, I know it's time.
Hog hunting can be a thrill and a challenge for all levels of hunters. And for many of our nation's intrepid warriors, hunting feral hogs can be therapeutic. Pulsar Thermal Optics recently co-sponsored a retreat for 26 combat wounded veterans in the Texas Hill Country.
So we shared a culture, and the culture doesn't revolve around necessarily guns, and it doesn't revolve around barking orders at each other. It's more about a sense of teamwork. Each member of the group has something significant to contribute, and hunting is a great example.
Man, it was really like watching a military unit just pushing forward in a firing line and then subsequently getting set up on a firing line, fanning out. I mean, it looked like a small operation.
3, 2, 1.
It's more about a sense of teamwork. It is the combined team effort of getting to the right position, lining up for the right shot, and the discipline of maintaining your silence. All those come together, and that's truly a teamwork that we talk about. That's what they're good at. They have it ingrained in their DNA that it's not about I, it's about us.
3, 2, 1.
I understand there's many programs out there that help veterans from every walk of life. This one is a very narrow focus for guys and girls who've seen real combat. And we take great pride in our narrow focus to bring together those people in a safe environment. And we've had folks for this retreat travel in, I think the farthest distance is all the way from Stafford, Virginia, all the way out to Portland, Oregon. And you know, that tells me quite a bit about how valuable it is to each one of these folks to come here to be able to spend time together and talk.
The Pulsar allows you to ignore the fact that you're hunting at night and simply focus on the fact that you're hunting. And the fundamentals remain the same for any spot and stalk rifle hunt. Find your game, get into range, make your shot.
200 or 300 yard stalk, and we'll be right in the midst of them. All right, Captain, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
We're following you.
All right, let's get after it. You know, that was our biggest challenge, was just getting across the field quietly, because you can't see each and every step you're taking. We made it happen, and we snuck across that wheat field, and man, we got in to within 40, 30 yards of them, you know, and we set up, and they had no idea we were there. Chris knocked that pig down, and he didn't move a lick after he shot.
Well, this Winchester ammo just put this pig down like a ton of bricks.
Oh yeah, well, it didn't take a step. That's always nice, right?
Yeah, no, he was down hard. Good looking pig, mister.
Yeah, that is a great pig.
Captain Dakota. Well done, sir. Yes, sir. Congratulations.
Yeah, you put us on a nice stock, man.
Yeah, that was great.
Hunting feral hogs helps control the population of an invasive species. It's a chance to try out new technology and weaponry. It can be therapeutic, and it's always a thrill.
You know, I've been to High Lonesome several times, and I love it out here. My old friend Paul Valdick is a big part of this ranch, big part of the vision of this property, and I've fished with Paul at Deepwater Key, his place down in the Bahamas. We did a series down there called Buccaneers and Bones with Tom Brokaw and Michael Keaton and Huey Lewis and Liam Neeson, and it's a stunning place down there, tragically obviously hit by a hurricane, and they've got some serious rebuilding to do down there, but Paul has been the vision behind all these properties, and so when I had a chance to come down to High Lonesome and hang out with Paul for a couple of days, go elk hunting down here, too good to miss.
Well, we'd actually stopped to have lunch for a while, and you know, the weather was overcast and a little bit of sleet in the air, and kind of set up glassing around for a while and looked across the valley, and we found a bull bedded down. I don't know, you know, he was a good 1.5 miles, 2 miles away from us.
He's all the way across the canyon, bedded down. We can see good mass on him. You could barely see a piece of buckskin, a little bit of tan fur, and then you'd see a couple of pieces of antler, and that was it, 3 miles away.
Yeah, he's a straight 6, isn't he?
He's got good fronts on him.
Yeah, he does.
Kind of looked at him and decided he was something that Chris would like to go after.
We could see good length on the antlers. We knew it was a long beam. That is a good bull.
And the weather was kind of sleety, rainy, wind blowing, and it's like, well, this is what we're here for. Let's get a closer look. Let's go see what this guy looks like.
We had several miles to cover, and long-distance hikes through the Rockies on an elk hunt is always a daunting task.
Took us about 45 minutes to drive to where we started walking.
So from there on, the party began, and we put a nice stalk on it up through some nasty stuff.
Some thick stuff in here.
Walked across a great big old sagebrush, oak-infested bench, and
we got an elk way up. Jason saw 3 miles away, bedded down. We hope he's still there. We're gonna get around this bend up here, see if we can spot him. It's getting late though, we gotta get on him. We had sort of a path kind of drawn out in our mind. We're going to get to a certain point, work around the base of the hill, which was opposite of the hill that he was sitting on.
We made it up to our elevation before we popped around the corner. Yeah, great. That's steep. We're gonna go kill this elk. If you can get my fat ass up that hill. You can do it.
At High Lonesome Ranch in western Colorado, we had spotted a wonderful bull on the other side of a steep valley. Going down and back up the other side would push the bull out, so we had to set up for a long shot across the canyon.
So we work around the bottom of this hill, which is opposite the hill that we had him marked on, where he was bedded down.
Made our approach up a really, really steep side of the hill and eased around the corner.
And hopefully that would be within 300-400 yards. We could make a good shot. Fingers crossed, right? That's always the best laid plans.
You think he's here or there? Oh, yeah.
And we get set up and it's like, look, that's the spot right there.
You don't see him in there.
There's a little stand of pines that we could see that he was bedded down in, but he might be behind that stuff we can't necessarily see, but if he stands up, we'll be able to see him, so let's just wait him out.
He'll come out, he's coming.
You know, we got set up, I got the sticks up, and we're waiting, and then finally...
There he is, going up the hill to the left. The bull started up the hill from where he was bedded.
He's going away.
There's his head.
Yeah.
Long tines and shiny points on them, unmistakable.
What's that range?
394, got him. 394.
And finally he stops, gives us a broadside shot, and I shoot.
Under him.
Right over him?
Over him?
No, I don't. Where is he? Still up there?
And the guys thought I missed. They thought, no, you were low. And I'm like, I know I wasn't low. And
see him, Chris? Yeah, I got him. Oh, yeah.
Even with the 300, 190 grain bullets, the elk didn't react. And that's not unusual. They do that a lot.
What do you got? What do you got for range? That be still on him? Yep.
421.
The second shot, I shoot again. Boom, he gets hit again. That time he reacts, takes a few steps.
He was hurt bad. Started back up that hill one more time, and that's when he expired.
Come down the hill, buddy. Come on, babe.
It was quite a shot.
Is he down on the ground?
Yep.
That was a cool deal, man.
That was fucking
That was really cool. That's a beautiful bull. When he came out and turned.
You look at this terrain that these guys are up and down and the winters that these guys go through, and I mean, you talk about a tough animal, tough animal. And I respect the hell out of these guys. Good shot, man. Good shot. Good shot.
Damn, that's a nice bull.
Good job. Great shot.
And it was an epic, awesome hunt, and that's the kind of things that make this hunt for me, to come down here and help these guys special.
Tuck and roll, baby, tuck and roll. You'll be there in a minute. Hit a big log there and just wedged himself in there, as only an elk using gravity would do.
Man, what a bull. What a beautiful bull. Look at this guy. And he's just wedged in there, man. Look at this guy. What a big, old, gnarly Southwest Colorado bull. Colorado's got some whoppers, man. People think, oh, you got a ton of elk in Colorado, but you don't have any big ones. Well, you just keep thinking that and we'll stay here. Us Coloradans will just stay here and keep hunting these big guys. What a hunt. Tell you what, as great as the animal is, this hunt was the trophy.
I mean, it was just one of those really epic, satisfying hunts, because we had covered a lot of this ranch, looked at a lot of different elk, looked at a lot of territory, and then to spot one bull, and we got that guy. And that's just, I love those kind of hunts. They're super satisfying. And then to get a great animal on top of that is just icing on the cake.
Epic, never forget it. Never forget it. Hallelujah.
Chris,
Welcome to High Lonesome Ranch, and this is to celebrate and honor your great big bull elk, buddy. Welcome to High Lonesome.
Look at that.
As hunters, we tap into the annual ebb and flow that is as old as time. Springtime brings birth, summer brings life, and in fall, it's time to reap your harvest.
Thanks for being here, Chris.
Good to meet you. Salute.
It's a good time.
And as always, a successful harvest is cause for celebration.
I try to keep you out of the sabers at night.